So in the last video, we showed you the rappelling device that we made and how we're going to hold the Kevlar rope in storage. But the question is, how are we actually going to hang off of this rope? Because it's only 2 millimeters in diameter. There's no way you can hold on to this like a normal rope. You'll just slip and get rope burn, or maybe even cut off your fingers. So we were thinking about devices that already exist. And the first thing that came to mind is a gree-gree. A gree-gree is used in rock climbing, and it's the belaying device. And basically how it works is it uses a series of levers and dowels to basically bend the rope to increase the friction so it locks in place. So the question is, how do we make our own version of this that we can very easily use with one hand to be able to control our descent down this line? So we made a 3D model of it and 3D printed a prototype. So let's take a look at that.
So this is the first half of the 3D printed prototype we made. And as you can see, there are 3 metal rods which we insert into the design. Now what happens is, when you pull on the rope from the top, it pulls the middle dowel down, causing a pinch point between all 3 dowels, and that locks the rope in position. So this is an auto-locking belaying device, basically. Then you can see there will be a lever which will actually push the middle rod up, and when it pushes that rod up, it no longer pinches the rope, which means the rope can slide free. So if you're not pushing the lever, the rope is locked in place and you can hang on tight. So this kind of works, but we needed to redesign the handle a bit because it wasn't very ergonomic. So we went back to the drawing board again, and we've redesigned it and made it a bit more Batman themed. Take a look.
Alright, so we went back to CAD to redesign this a bit to make it a bit more ergonomic, and as you can see, it's actually starting to look a bit like the Batman symbol. We decided to make this a bit of an emphasis in the design because, why not? It is a Batman rappelling device after all. So as you can see, the curves in the wings of the bat are actually where your fingers go, and this spot over here is where your thumb will go, and your thumb can actually press the lever which releases the rope. So if we take a look at the actual cross section, we can understand how it works a bit better. The design hasn't really changed in the 3D printed prototype we already showed you, but now this rod is actually a permanent part of the lever, and as you can see again, it still pinches the rope the exact same way. Now, we can still 3D print this, but it's not going to last very long because Kevlar is actually a bit of abrasive, and it will wear through that plastic, so instead we're going to get this machined out of aluminum. Now unfortunately it's gotten a bit complex, which means it might be a bit expensive to machine out of aluminum. So if anyone's looking to sponsor this project and provide the machining in exchange for advertisement, please let us know. In the meantime, we're going to 3D print this and make sure it works before we go ahead and start machining.
Alright, so once we get that 3D printed, we're going to be able to give it the first test. And that's what I'm really excited for. Obviously, we're not going to test it off a 50-foot building right away. We're going to test it inside the garage and probably over top of the crash mats, just in case. But I have some pretty high hopes. I think it's going to work just the way we think it is, but you never know. So, if you like this project, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends. This is just the beginning.